Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TRANMERE Rovers Road to Glory. This is episode 2. We've had an interesting journey so far. We are close to the top of the league, where we're kind of fighting for currently, at the beginning of it, was fighting for a spot in the playoffs for League 2, but we also still are in a fight for the main league title too. We're kind of still in that general area where we could have that fight. So today's episode is going to be a little bit less than the last episode. Last episode had a lot of the transfer window going on in it and what was happening with that. Now we can kind of be fixated on the games at hand. We do have one transfer, but really just a signing from free agency that happened during this second half of the season, which was we brought in Mohamed Gouda on the right wing. Up to this point, Jennings was our only right winger, and we desperately needed someone on that right side with him to help sub in and kind of change things up. And we kind of knew we're probably going to move on from Jennings after that season since he was not re-signing his contract. So we needed to get someone kind of ready to take that position. So we re-signed Mohamed Gouda, right winger, 62 overall at the time. So that was kind of our big overall signing that happened in the first very early part of the episode. So now we're going to move on to about 10 games that happened in the second half of the season that will kind of just give us a general idea of kind of what was happening throughout this second half of the year. Alright, our first game here, we get off to a hot start against our opponent here. This game was kind of, well, we thought we were going to get off to a hot start this part of the season, where we got some 3 decent goals to start the next the spring. We'll call it the spring half of the season. A nice solid 3-0 win. Nothing too crazy, just some solid passing, and just against a team that I think we overall we're gonna have a better chance against than other teams. But for the overall part, pretty standard, nothing too crazy to it to make it difficult. However, we got to our next game and it was a little bit different against Cambridge, where we go from this hot start to the spring to reality check of the century, where Cambridge just kind of, I don't know, got the ball in some interesting places and just got some bounces to go their way. Like on the first goal, he hits the post, bounces right to their player, and then it kind of just stayed quiet for most of the game. We couldn't get a goal. We were passing not that great and getting shots off, and Cambridge just kind of was able to get another one at the end of the game when we just kind of went 4 at the front, went the 4-2-4 to see what would happen with that. So that was a loss, but then we kind of bounced back with slightly still the same. 12 minutes into game against Brant, it was not good. It was not a good start. We started like the Cambridge game, and it was a tough start, and we had to do something about it. It took all the way until the 60th minute of the next half to get a goal, which I thought this was like our pivoting moment. Like, okay, we got this. We can start pushing forward. Wasn't the case. We had a good chance towards the end of the game from a cross to possibly give this a chance to maybe do something, but unfortunately it just did not go our way at any point there. We gave it a try, but we just could not solidify anything from it, which was tough there. And then we get to our next game against Salford. We've had some interesting results against them all season. This game was no exception, but we got off on a better foot right away, where we were able to get ahead first with a good goal from Scarlett. This kind of helped put us in kind of a controlling position in the game. However, we did have one bad turnover that cost us a goal. It was just the ball was not bouncing our way, so they got a good goal there, but we didn't let them get ahead. We didn't let them tie it up for too long. Got to the 70th some minute of the game and took control. So that was a good bit there, was to get 2 good goals there. One from Josh Davidson and another one from Patrick in the 85th to solidify the game and get us moving on ahead. And then we had one simulation game, which out of our whole first season, we did not have this happen. As you can probably tell from the very early moments of this game. It's just going to be back and forth. There was not a lot of shots, not a lot of plays happening. It was the first 0-0 simulation we've ever had. We will never probably see this again. So we are just going to fast forward through this and skip on ahead to the next game. So then our next game was against Fleetwood. This was our next draw that we had. A high goal scoring draw, but it was kind of telling the story of how the second half of the season was going. We just could not get wins. We just couldn't get the wins when we needed them. We couldn't keep leads. We just kept handing goals back when we would score, and the Fleetwood game was a good representation of that. We got ahead early, and then we give one up in the 35th minute, and it goes 1-1. And it goes in again. We get ahead really quickly, bounce right back in the 43rd minute and get a goal there, and just get ahead 2-1. Not too biggie of a beginning. And then in the 60th minute, Fleetwood is like, hey, guess what? We're still in this. We're going to take advantage of your crappy defending and get a goal. And then again, for that game, nothing happens after that to make it interesting. We had a possibility at the end again from a corner, but as you're about to see, most pointless corner ever. Which then brings us to the Swindon game. High goal scoring again. We started off nice and hot right off the rip. Get a nice little cheeky ultimate team goal going into the right to the touchline and then passing it upward to get the goal from Sam Finley. Very good first goal of the game. And then we go to try to take a 2-goal lead where Jennings gets the goal for us. Nice pass right up the middle, and Jennings buries it for the 2-0 lead. However, the next set of goals, as you will see very quickly after our second goal, do not go our way at all. They don't just score one from Swindon. They don't just score one on us. They don't just score two on us to tie it up. They definitely don't just score three to take the lead, but they will go on in the 94th minute of extra time after the game is basically over, and they'll go score a fourth one on us to win 2-4 after being up by 2. We absolutely collapsed. We had a Tottenham collapse on that one, I will say. We collapsed like Tottenham. We then have a decent bounce back after that. We thought, okay, well, we'll start a little stronger. Jennings running down the far side, gets good pass up to us. To Collier, one of our youth development players, comes in, gives us a really, really good showing there, a 1-0 lead. Thinking, okay, they're pushing hard. Maybe we'll have a chance to take the lead and just keep it. Maybe get a couple more goals. We don't get anything. Almost the 80th minute where we think, oh, we're going to get out of our own zone. We don't. Horrible turnover, and they get the scissor kick. Tied up 1-1, and that's another draw. We had 4 draws up to this point with 2 games left. These last 2 games, pretty pinnacle for us this season, where we now all of a sudden, somehow, we did win, and we did still win games in between here, but this was the moral of the story. We're getting points, but they were draws. And thank goodness the team that we were fighting against for the league title were having draws and losses also, so that was helping us. But this was a big game. Game 9 of this episode. It's a promotion deciding game. Do we clinch promotion in at least second place? At least second place. Do we clinch it for promotion? Do we get one of the top 3 places? And that answer will come to us. We did start the game down 1-0, and then we had some good fighting there. It looks like went down the far side and was able to get a goal to make it 1-1, which is always a good sign for us. Thank goodness. To tie that up, that gave us more of a feeling that we can maybe actually win. Maybe win this. Try to get a win. However, we do make a nice, good interception to go 2-1 up. That was huge. That helped a lot on the comfort side. That maybe we could potentially win this 2-1 all the way to the 80th minute, and then we get a good turnover again where we push Bristol Rovers into their own side, and we are able to get the 3-1 lead, which basically on our end secured the game for us, at least get the 3 points, which at the time of streaming it, I did not know this was a promotion clinching game, even though they scored to go 3-2 to make it 3-2. Right as soon as we start, the buzzer goes off, and all of a sudden everyone starts celebrating, and I'm like, did we just win the league? What happened? No, we clinched promotion. The team clinched promotion with our second to last game of the season, which is not always the greatest scenery, but there we go. We're going into the Grimsby game to finish off the season with a chance at home to clinch the title. If we win, it's over. We win. We have the title. We would win on goal differential and all of that if we ended up being on the same points. This was a big game. This was a huge game. If we won, we clinched it no matter what. If we drew, they would have to draw or lose. And that's not fun to guarantee about, is be like, oh, they have to draw, they have to lose. So our goal was, hey, we need to go win this game right now. It was the biggest game of the season, the way we played in the cups. We needed to really take advantage of this game. However, nothing happened for almost 40 minutes. Grimsby gets a little bit of attack. We obviously, you can see we had 3 people in the back after our one wingback got stuck up front, and we give up a goal to go down 1 so early. The guys are not very happy about that. Like, what are we doing at home? And we get into the second half thinking, okay, let's turn this around. Nope. It's 2-0 off of a corner. Just not happy in my mind. I'm like, what are we doing? All right, we need to turn something around. We just could not get one pass to land in this game. It was just frustrating. We could not get anything building up. And then as soon as I go into the 4-2-4, we just fall apart. We are not in position at any time to take a 3 to get back into this. Wasn't until almost the end of the game that we finally built upon something to get this to 3-1 and at least make it a little bit decent, but everyone knew the game was over at this point, so that makes it kind of tough there. Now, to end it all off, we got promoted. We secured promotion. Second place at 88 points. We lost by 1 point to MK Dons for the league title. They did draw. We lost. Devastating. To just save us time, FA Cup, we were exited in the second round, which kind of was predicting that. I knew if we had to go against a Premier League team in round 3, we probably weren't going to end up too good. EFL Cup, we got exited round 1. We did not put up a good showing in that either. The Cups in Season 1 here, horrible showing. Did not give ourselves anything good to work on. Same with the Virtue Cup, round 2 exit. We did not make it past round 2 in any of our Cups. Our hope next season is to play just a little bit better to maybe make those just last a little bit better. So that's end of Season 1. Very good season in the end. We got promotion like we were hoping for. The way the team was kind of built, I didn't know if promotion was even going to be possible in Season 1, but we worked hard through it. We made it possible to just get automatic promotion and not have to worry about the end of the season stuff. That helped a lot. So we made it. We're here. We made it through the season. We can move on to Season 2. Super excited to get into that season, and because we're going to have a lot of changes. Scarlett goes back to Tottenham. We won't be loaning him out again. Just budget-wise, we need to make our team a little more solidified with certain players coming in as transfers with the budget we're about to get. So we need to move on there. But exciting to see Season 2, what we can kind of build upon that, and see what we can try to get another promotion. That's the key right now. Try to get back-to-back promotions, get to that EFL championship where we hopefully get a really decent, good budget and be able to bring in some more high caliber players and keep these youth development players building up. So until then, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the episode, got the recap. Go follow the Twitch and the YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube where you're watching right now, because we stream on both Twitch and YouTube. The YouTube streams are saved right away, so if you miss it, you can go there. You don't have to worry about Twitches, subscribing, backplay of that stuff. I hate that, so it's nice to have the YouTube side where you guys can go watch it right away and not have to worry about, oh, I gotta subscribe if I want to rewatch what I missed. It's here on YouTube. Go do that. Makes it 10 times easier. Go rewatch if you want to rewatch the whole thing. If you're like, I don't have time to rewatch, that's what these episodes are for. to get the recaps in nice and quickly, hit the made key points, and get on to the next season. But if you want to watch it live, that's where to watch it. Follow it on Twitch, follow it here on YouTube. You will get notifications. That's where you'll get your nice little notification that tells you we're live and the series is continuing. So super excited for season 2. Everybody, have a good rest of your time. Can't wait until the next episode. Peace.